for any percent. Now we're starting the race, and you're actually a little bit late on file select. So, as I said, HardcoreGaming is tipped to be one of the favorites to win this tournament, and the man is considered to be his main rival, being Sludgy Gamer, and a really good race in his first showing off versus Stars Miley, nailing a 2:27 time, which is mightily impressive, must be said. So he needs to just basically just give an answer to that kind of time, because Sludgy was thought to be a little bit just rusty, maybe because he didn't touch the game in a while, but he just basically did a no-risk run and was back on track. So yeah, that was a very strong showing from Sludgy there. We can see in the meantime Hardcore already gaining an advantage by using the JP version of the game. The Japanese version, of course, has a little bit more faster text, so in the early part of the game especially, you might gain a bit of time with that. The bunnies have been going not the smoothest bunnies ever for both of the runners right now. Hardcore getting a 117 grab at 4 JP is average. And Galaxtic struggling a bit with bunnies there. Third bunny, considered to be the easiest one, but we all know that sometimes can go wrong. Getting a grab using the fact that the bunny is way slower when he's bouncing off the wall. As always, if you chat has any questions, just feel free to ask. I'll be looking at chat every now and then to see if I can answer to questions regarding the game, the strategies, routing, stars, execution, skips, and whatnot. Just if you have any questions off the top of your head, just don't be fearful. Just post that. Hardcore obtaining the usage of the spin ability 2 minutes into the game. Of course, very key ability in the mechanics of the game, and I know for a fact there's going to be a couple of members from the 64 Ramek community, of which Galaxtic is a prolific member, having world records in a couple of 64 Rameks. So yeah, if you have any questions about the ins and depths in the game, just let me know. Galaxtic taking the safe route there, triple crystal break with a with a wall king. There's a couple ways to break the crystals. The one is the customary one, the fastest one is the backflip over the Luma. The reason why they're going around that is that there's a cutscene trigger there, the Luma talking to you about what is a launch star. Since, well, we've been running the game for a while now, I think we all know what the launch star is, and we'd rather gladly skip the explanation. Marker getting a little bit risky, a little bit close and personal to that spire. It's a nice, interesting technique for the key grab, and also the Goomba position was pretty good for Hardcore, must be said. Of course, the enemy position is dependent by RNG around a certain point. Basically, there is a point that's the average point for the enemy to be, and then there is RNG that basically turns it around, basically the heading of the enemy, the precise positioning of the enemy, and it's a little bit randomized every time. Hardcore going around the Goomba pretty well. And recording a decent gateway. The bunnies were a bit slow, but the rest was immaculate, must be said. Galaxtic missing cutscene skip there. You might have seen Hardcore jumping there and avoiding all this explanation, which we said already. I mean, it's kind of a bit, I guess, a little bored after the first 2 or 3 runs. So Galaxtic opting to go all the way around there. It's a bit of the safest strat. The camera is definitely less, let's say, annoying than with the other instances. There you see that they both did a spin. Hardcore doing a spin cancels followed by a jump. To avoid another explanation by the Luma, of course, this is considered to be the tutorial level, so you might want to avoid that. So So heading into the infamous area called Movie Burst Center. Of course, Japanese text helping Archer there a bit, scrolling through the text. A 412 gateway that Archer got was definitely a respectable gateway. It's a kind of a gateway, well, you would keep that in a run. I mean, you would keep that, so... I've seen him running multiple times, he went off with a 412 gateway, so... Not looking too bad. So Rosalina there is our favorite space waifu, telling us about the domes, and basically the new dome is unlocked. What that means is that we've unlocked an overworld, basically, and you can consider that as to make a small analogy with Sunshine 64 and other known 3D platformers. You can consider the domes to be like basement. Basement, ground floor, first floor, and tippy from 64, or the actual just level ups for Sunshine. And yeah, basically every single basement is they're most similar to the overworlds in 64. It just needs there's a couple of Galaxy accessible from there, and Archer entering the first one being good at Galaxy. Not much of an option there, of course, it's the only one accessible at the beginning, and it serves as kind of the first level. It has a really great music, much like the rest of the game. So we're gonna be in for a treat as Archer just shows his gameplay now through this quite difficult level, must be said. The early game in Galaxy is generally very punishing. You might see a lot of resets. I know something about that happen. So they're going straight for that, skipping talking to Luma because we're needing to go fast, of course. Archer doing his Moltec now there, you see the camera prompt appearing, and Archer doing the landing cancel. Landing cancel basically means that you can skip the landing from a launcher animation by going into first person mode. And great execution of this planet, a nice orbit jump. Archer is flying through the level, it's expected from a runner that's got world record in this game. He's basically, of the three people that have a 226 in Galaxy 1, is the newest addition to the community, but he's been rising fast through the charts. And yeah, he started running the game a bit more than a year ago, and he already got a world record in both the categories involving Luigi. And trust me, defeating Sludgy and Valu is no small feat to that. Going for the first boss battle there, of course. Piri Piranha, not Piri Piranha, Dino Piranha. I always confuse the name of those two bosses because Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2. Galaxy taking a bit of a safer route there. Seeing that entering the mud slows you down, so you want to avoid that as much as possible because the mud is also sticky and you can jump much. Of course, the boulders are there to hit you, and yeah. HardcoreGaming going for the 3 phases of the boss, pretty easy. You just need to spin the tail to hit him, and yeah, it's nothing too major. First boss of the game, pretty easy. Going through there, and he grabs all the final star bits. Actually, having a bit of trouble there doing this small skip that saves having to kill the piranha plant there. Oof, that's so annoying when that happens. Like maybe feeling a bit of nerves. Of course, Archer being a formidable opponent there. Now, Polari there explaining what star bits are, and they're basically a small collectible that you can spend to unlock galaxies. We're gonna need to unlock 2 of these galaxies in the run, of course. So keep a look at on the star bit number, because it might play a good role. I mean, both of the runners, I don't know if Galaxtic uses a starbit route. I know for a fact Archer does and follows a pretty strict one, so there's a couple of backups that you can do, but you don't want to be suddenly noticing at the final level before the starbit Galaxy, oh, I don't have enough starbits. That's one of the worst feelings ever, because it's gonna mess up the whole route, of course. So Archer entering Good Egg 2, whilst Galaxtic finishes off Good Egg 1. I think the delta time is not that huge. After there, you see gathering a lot of star bits here in the star. We're gonna need that. After they're attempting their trick called Luma Bounce. Easy as it gets. That was a little hiccup with the stream there, being a little bit behind, so... You can see Harker landing on the final planet now, on the egg-shaped planet, and on this planet you need 100 star bits to, of course, feed these hungry Luma. It will tell you that you need 100, of course you already know that, so... Gather 100 before that. After dispatching of the Goomba. And messing around with the Angry Luma there. So Galaxtic going through the same process right now of gathering 100 star bits there. Archer landing on the planet that's gonna carry him through there. It's a long jump to climb that slope. Pretty interesting. Where the slope is kind of a cliff, but you get the picture. Galaxtic opting for the safer strat of killing the enemies before going into that. And Galaxtic there, you see him backing off. They'll want to kill that enemy stomping on him, because if you kill the enemy stomping on him, basically what's gonna happen is that you're gonna have your you're not gonna gain star bits, you're gonna gain a coin, and that's not what we want, of course. There. See Archer throwing away star bits, by the way, in the meantime. That's basically to optimize a bit more text boxes. You don't want to have unnecessary text boxes, and they're gonna cost a bit of time. Archer wrapping up, Good Egg 2, and it's not the last time we'll see that Galaxy, but the third visit will be for the hardest star in the game, Cough Cough. So yeah, you get the picture. It's not gonna be another very intensive visit. Also, Galaxtic taking a bit of kind of been having a bit of trouble finding the last star bits, but he eventually does, killing the Goomba again by spinning on him and then kick him. Because if you stomp on him, he's gonna drop a coin. Hacker there adding into the first known round killer of the game. So he's gonna go adding into Onive 1. There's gonna be a bit skip called the tree skip. They both jumping first from a tree to another to skip a huge chunk of the level, and by huge I mean like you do something that's completely not intended in the level, but of course. You can see after they're turning the camera to grab the M's back there. That's because you want to have additional star bits to meet that criteria, and to optimize a bit more the star bit collection. You grab that M. It's not the easiest stack in the world. It's not too hard. 120 stars runners usually do that. Of course, because you can grab a lot of star bits in those galaxies, but you want to do that in the least amount of time possible. After they're not even breaking a sweat. He actually risked missing the skip because he did it well. Not even joking. Archer is a machine right now. He's chewing through the game. Whilst Galaxtic wraps up Good Egg 2 in the meantime. We'll see if Galaxtic goes for the skip, actually. So I'm not entirely sure that he's gonna go for that. In the meantime, Archer is gonna head to Onive 2, not before Rosalina just tells him, "Oh, Toads have arrived at the observatory. You might want to talk to them, but what's gonna happen is we're gonna be rude as hell and ignore them, of course." That's of course not because Captain Toad is annoying AF, you know. So just let's get into the terrace. Of course, you get a bit of karma for your rudeness, Archer there, and bonk on the wall. Nothing too major though. On the right side, we see Galaxtic now. I don't know which strat he's gonna go for, and it looks like he's gonna go for a bit of a more intended strat. I doubt he's gonna full intended. He probably is gonna do the long jump strat drop. And he's gonna long jump through there, skipping a pretty massive chunk of what you're supposed to do here. Not feeling the long jump there can kill you. With that beat is always in the way. It's always very annoying if that happens. Harper grabbing the M again in this level. Ooh, that slope was about to kill him, but without breaking his wet, climbing through the same route. I mean, in the meantime, you can see on the right side, kind of a more intended way to do this level. Grabbing the B power up, and the first usage of the B power up in the stream. You can fly, but it's pretty bad apart from that. So yeah, you pay the flight with basically an abysmal jumping capability. So. Judging from the screams that Luigi makes every time you do a jump, you know that we jump a lot in this game. Harper with a perfect tower climb there. Ooh, we didn't get the long jump there. I think if we wanted a long jump. Exactly. In the meantime, Galaxtic is gonna amass a bit more star bits in this level by doing it. I think he might have had a bit of a hiccup there. I might have missed the falling. I might have missed him falling there. So you're talking with a Queen Bee, it's pretty embarrassing in English. It's totally outrageous in Italian. Don't ever play with an Italian game. It's bad. Just for your information. And Harper entering now. You see Galaxtic now arriving. God, with the skip, of course. Intended to do it for arriving there. Harper is gonna head into Onyam again for the last star we get from the 3 main missions. We do all 3 main missions here. See Harper collecting a lot of star bits already from the head start and going straight for his goal. Again, the Queen Bee is apparently there. She's kind of worried for something. Basically a giant bug invading stuff. And we have basically armed with DDT and Luigi. We're gonna kill that bug and secure another star right here. You're gonna see a bit of a cool strat here. Harper, of course, grabbing the bee mushroom for the first time. You were supposed to grab it in the first star, but you know, we're not gonna do that, of course, because it's skipped. So Harper entering now the boss fight there. The boss apparently has what Laurie described with the universal symbol of ground pounding. I can agree with that. You see Harker just ground pounding off, because why not? And then attempting the quick kill third hit. We'll see if that works. And it worked perfect. Then long jumping. What is this sorcery, dude? Galaxtic there, climbing up to the tower. I don't know if he'll do the more intended. There's another intended method there. Of course, you're supposed to get up there, but yeah, he's grabbing the launch star, so you're gonna do the tower fall. In that you just basically get a wall kick from a particular place and you fall onto the tower. Basically, it's way easier but slightly more time intensive. In the meantime, Harker entering Loop the Loop. And actually having a bit of trouble with spin bonks there. Yeah, he's falling down there. Ooh, we got hit by the bandit bug there. But soon gets back up. And Harker is entering the tutorial for the first motion control level. We'll see, man, we see plenty of that by now. Yeah, basically an Australian penguin because it's clear the meme out there. teaching Luigi how to surf on a manta ray. I didn't even know that's possible, but apparently, yeah, it's pretty fun. Oof. Archer, they're grabbing coins. For a fact, you don't want to grab many coins here, but once you grab one, the damage is done. You can grab like 55 even if you want. It doesn't change anything. Of course, that's important because the coins are going to give you a text block. And since we couldn't care less about coins because they're not expendable in this game, well, Galaxy 2 has Hungry Lumas that eat coins. Kids don't do that at home. It's bad. Yeah, but Galaxy 1 doesn't have that, so I don't want to do that. Pretty bad. Yeah, you get the picture. By the way, Archer going through now, Loop and Galaxy going through. Only have 3. Archer is into the final part of the loop. It's pretty much the crunch time usually. You have to avoid coins, but yeah, he already grabbed some coins, so it doesn't really matter. $56.96. Pretty decent. Archer, they're throwing yourself off. The cutscene is gonna wrap up before he dies. What is this sorcery? Archer being good. Oh my god, what a surprise! The world record holder is being good at the game. I wouldn't have seen that. Yeah, Galaxtic there. Oh, adopting an interesting cross strategy. Oh, that hurts. Now the boss, basically the boss is gonna be a bit off there, but no worries. It would be worse to fail it in the third phase. That's gonna cost a lot if that happens. Yeah, Galaxtic now. Ooh. Yeah, he's gonna stand on a rock to just increase his likely bit height. Oh, oof, that hurts. Oh god, yeah, that's what I meant there. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot more missing that phase because when he's in that tilting phase, he's gonna be a lot more hard hit. You're not gonna be able to ground pound there. Archer entering the most technical Galaxy in the game. Not even joking. It's true. A lot going on behind the scenes. Cycles you need to catch. Making there from the single long jump. Without breaking a sweat, Archer. My man, dude. That was fast. Speedy Boy Archer could almost completed Terrace right now. Only 1 star missing the first boss battle versus Bowser Jr. right now. And we're gonna add to that soon with a time that's looking pretty solid, if I do say so myself. I think this game gives me anxiety and PTSD. Yeah, I can agree with it. Luckily, in any percent, we don't do the harder. But I gotta inform you that when running this game and running 120 stars, the one that gives probably the most PTSD to the runners is Bubble Blast. The Bubble Challenge Galaxy, because we're trying to do fast that. I've died there my fair share of times. That must be said. Archer doing the pillar triple jump. Pretty nice. Of course, that skips having to unlock launch starting that planet. Oof, Galaxtic again in the island and grabbing coins too. We'll see what time Galaxtic gets. The 57 is considered a generally good time. Not the greatest. 56 very good. It's a very good time. 55 is considered IL only. I've never seen a 55 during a run. In the meantime, Archer climbing. Mega Legs leg. Who would have guessed that his legs are big? Oof, a little bit of ache up there. You don't want to fall down there, Archer. Thank God he makes it. Yeah, they're breaking the cage a little bit. A little bit of an hiccup and on the leg of giant robot. We got to get a 959. Probably picking a bit safe just to avoid dying there. Raise threats. As Archer completes a sub 26 terrace. That's decent. That's pretty decent. That's definitely a good pace out there. In the meantime, Galaxtic sort of wraps up Loop the Loop. Gonna head to Flip Switch now. So Archer already pulling a sizable lead there. We're gonna see what happens now with both the runners as they add in Fountain and the galaxy that's known in the community for being a little bit cancerous, and yeah, it has a lot of basically just nicknames in the community, being Space Trash, Reset Junk, Space Cancer, and you'll see why. Meantime, Galaxtic adopting a little bit of an alternative strategy there in Flip Switch. Archer skipping the teleporter as always. Galaxtic still making it there. Oh, the alternative strategy might be to help him a little. Making an early cycle and not having to go through a lot of hassle there. Yeah, Galaxtic there, taking it easy, don't want to get zapped and lose even more time. Whilst Archer enters Space Junk 1. Fun fact, I was running today, I lost 1 minute and 20 seconds to skip here. Well, of course, that's not a regular thing for me, but you get the picture. It's pretty bad. Mostly because you're gonna have a hard time controlling it. So Archer there is gonna initiate this pull start sequence. And he's gonna want to do a very particular set of inputs. And as you can see, that failed because he pulled back. Not doing a safe setup, and yeah. Archer is fishing for a particular orientation of Luigi there. That they didn't get again. Space Junk skip there. Alright, Luigi's aligned in a decent way. As you can see, by holding down there and having Luigi aligned, at least partly backwards, what you can do there is you can basically skip a couple of planets from an intended section. Space Junk skip, however, is a pretty weird skip because it requires a set dead alignment. Galaxtic doing the quote-unquote easier version of the skip by jumping on that dome. And he gets it. Yeah, Space Junk skip is a pretty weird skip, mostly because it requires your alignment to be perfect. And it's something that's very finicky, and if you fail that, you're gonna have to rely on the backup. That's not exactly luck-based, but let's say there's a lot of RNG in the way Luigi turns whilst in the pull starts. So you cannot have a very clean. Let's say that if you fail that, you're in for a bad time. Ooh, Galaxtic missing the first get-up cycle for Megaleg there, and entering the second cycle and getting hit by a bullet bill. Taking a bit of an easier time there. Doing the small jump there, it's actually faster to do a single jump there rather than walk or doing a triple jump. Archer stream having a little bit of problems there, I think. Lagging out a bit, might be OBS issues or whatnot. And Galaxtic, ooh! Oof. Oof, that's gonna hurt. I thought it was safe for a moment, but yeah, clearly not the case. And Archer's stream is still frozen. Okay, it got... everything is fine. It's fine. Probably getting a bit tilted by the problems of the stream there, I think. Because we've seen clearly that he made a small mistake with the Galaxtic. That's a dangerous position to be in. There. Oh. What is going on, Bullet Bill? God, what is going on there? What the frick was that? I've never had that happen to me, for instance. As I didn't know that could actually happen. So Archer, in the meantime, doing a couple of interesting strats, doing the triple jump to get to the Camilla fight with a shell already, hitting the first shell. But yeah, Space Junk has definitely not been the easiest hunting ground for Archer today. He doesn't like that Galaxy too much. His split is called Cool Skip for Galaxy 1 for a reason. Getting the cycle cancelled with Kamala there. You want to cancel the cycle with Kamala because you cancel the fireball animation time there. Galaxtic finally wrapping up Mega Leg, by the way, and going back to the observatory to add to Space Junk 1. I don't know if he'll do intended or other strats, but yeah. Not exactly the best drink right now in this bottle, by the way. Way better. Now we'll see if the runner are on end pretty soon. Archer is going to add now to rolling, and after that, in Battle Rock 1, we might be seeing the first ramification of routing, as there are quite a few routes there. Archer is rolling either on the pushback or on the common 90% route. I don't know what's gonna happen there with Archer and Galaxtic neither, to be honest, so Galaxtic enters with the teleporter there. You don't want to risk falling down. It's pretty annoying. Loses more time than you think. And Bullet Bill was taking a leisurely stroll, chasing his favorite plumber and completely avoiding the Grand Star. There, the Bullet Bill doing its job fabulously, technically. I mean, Archer there going for a right side skip there, just jumping off and onto the railing. Pretty easy stuff for him. That was a bit of a Monka-esque moment there. Galaxtic going for Space Jump 1 skip, and that's exactly what happened. Don't get it, and it's pretty annoying. Galaxtic wanted perfect alignment there. Oof. That hurts. It always hurts so much when you fall down and you don't get into the gravity field of the planets you're supposed to get with skip. It's always very, very annoying. Galaxtic now getting the good alignment there. That was a perfect alignment. Third time's a charm, apparently, and he gets it. Oof. Now he gets stuck down there. Okay, he manages to save it a bit. And to go around that. In the meantime, Archer wrapping up and coming back into Battle Rock right now for the first star here, doing a simple triple jump. Pretty easy stuff there for him. Now an orbit backflip. That's the 360 prism for this. Not getting the complete orbit, but still skipping a... What did I noticeable chunk of the level there, not actually the spring man. And now it's Starbit Farm 2.0. Harker's gonna mess up around there. Just because, why not? When you don't have anything to do, it's an auto-scroller for a reason. And yes, that happens often. You see him ideally having over 80 star bits here. In the meantime, Galaxtic is gonna enter Space Junk 2 pretty soon. After getting ready there for this triple jump to enter in the gravity saucer. And now luring the bullet bills for the final leg of this level. Perfect lure doesn't destroy the cage. That was fantastic. He's gonna catch this star instantly. Looking very good. Archer has been putting off a good performance today. Aside from that hiccup on a Space Junk skip, of course. In the meantime, Galaxtic riding the airships, going through the airship fleet. Now we're gonna meet many other times. That was a bit Monka-esque, but Galaxtic knowing his craft, knowing what happened if he kept running, he just decided to jump. It's gonna lose a bit of time, but you don't want to lose that shell because it's gonna lose a heap of time in comparison. Now into the fountain, and we'll see what's gonna do here. He's heading into Battle Rock again for Battle Rock 2-star. Enemy Team Galaxtic entering the Camelified with a shell. Whatever. He still shoots the shell pretty fast. Awkward there, entering first person to catch a couple more star bits down there. Entering this launcher. In the meantime, Galaxtic getting a bit of a fire lit under his backside, let's say, but still nothing major. He completes the level. They're aligning himself for this camera manip, having the launch star on screen, just enough for it to activate. Of course, you can add to only the objects on screen on this game move and/or otherwise act, apart from some exceptions, of which we're gonna talk about later. And yeah, that was one exception. Well, not one exception. There was an example of using the camera to your advantage, putting the launch star just enough time on the camera for it to activate. And yeah, that was pretty good. Archer got a good camera nip. He's gonna do the same thing here in the same zone. In the meantime, Galaxtic having to deal again with Incident 2 with the rolling ball. There, camera nip. You can see that. Going for the hard manip there. He's gonna have to shoot instantly on one off the cannon. Pretty nice. Marker there, checking for cycles in the camera. Unfortunately, no, he's actually pretty good. He manages to manipulate the cycle enough so that he can actually use the buffer time between his arrival at the star and basically using the distance to make the cycle travel the last few the last few frames so he can make it happen. That was pretty good. He has a ton of targets there. He's gonna enter Bedrock free, being on the common any. Of course, he could still do the hold route, but there's no reason whatsoever for him to do. Most likely on the common route. Hacker there with an interesting double jump strat. Not getting the orbit release in there, but yeah, trying to do his best. Using the launch starter to try to progress to the level, and Galaxtic also entering Bedrock. Hacker there destroying the cage to keep it this Luma block, and Galaxtic also attempting. Pretty nice first try, easy. Easy as it is. Galaxtic going through the Bedrock 1 auto scroller right now. Being a bit silly with the jumps. In the meantime, Hardcore progressing through the 2D section in Bedrock 3. Now avoiding the lasers and grabbing the customary coin. They're sniping the topman there, not getting the ground gun is unfortunate. Still looking strong in this first section of the game is Hardcore. And then going into the boss fight with the topman there. Looking pretty fine, a small hesitation as the fight was wrapping up, but their Hardcore is still looking strong in there. In the meantime, Galaxtic lures the bullet bill and breaks the cage, signifying the end of Bedrock 1. But I've given years to give some good tips. Lol. Well, you didn't ask me specifically, so... You could have done... you could have done the... just Aleus tutorial course for being good at Galaxy, or rather being moderately good. Of course, it not might become as good as me, which is moderately good game. Definitely not exceptional. And Hardcore entering... Galaxtic entering Fountain 2. Fountain second visit, basically. And Hardcore entering Bowser 1. So the first Bowser battle. Doing there the Death Orb. That looked decent. Should be fine for Hardcore there. Indeed it is. Risking a bit there, but it looked good. That looked good. Certainly Hardcore knows what he's doing. He's a very respected runner in the game. Getting perfectly on top of that swamp. And they're going through the firebar section. Other Bowser being pretty pissed off of the fact that 44 minutes, and unfortunately pissed off is not gonna help him, so we're gonna kick his butt, put it bluntly. Galaxtic there doing the camera manip as well. Having a little bit of trouble, but he still gets it barely. Basically, the camera manip is gonna be useful only if you do it for at least slightly over 1 second, as far as I know. And Galaxtic was barely able to do that, but unfortunately catches the coin. They're almost missing the second hit on the Bowser. But getting him into the third phase here, while Galaxtic entered the Crystal Planet. After they're chasing Bowser for the third and last time here, as he's about to wrap up this fight with a final time for his fountain of around 4630, probably less than that, which is actually pretty good. Hardcore is in a lit phase right now. Meantime, Galaxtic still leading, still dealing with Battle 2 right now. Wrap it up right now, and yeah, so there's cycles being no problem there. After returns to the observatory, is gonna add straight into the kitchen here. In the meantime, Galaxtic heading to Battle of 3, so both runners. Hardcore heading straight to kitchen as mentioned. We're just gonna deal with Beach Ball Galaxy. The decent observatory movement, if I do say so myself. Now trying this triple jump, but resorts to a long jump there. Not a bad idea. If you can't get the triple jump, most often you're gonna just get hit by a mine. Oof. This section can be quite annoying. Hardcore entering Fake News Galaxy. Sunken Treasure my ass. We're gonna basically head straight to the star right there. Might not have noticed that the name of the star is Sunken Treasure because I don't know Japanese yet. So Hardcore failing the triple jump there. Uncharacteristic error from him. Wrapping it up with no problems. Creepy guard there, world record pace that never. Yeah, Galaxtic entering this section there, doing a perfect jump as well. And heading straight to Beach Bowl 2 while Galaxtic wraps up. What are you doing? You're supposed to ground pound there. It's so much faster, dude. Galaxtic now entering the 5 with top Maniac there. And Hardcore entering there and not fishing for a surface win. See the Weege there, swimming there and stealing Sending a golden shell there. Archer realizing that he doesn't need all those star bits and throws them away. Team Galaxtic concludes a successful top mania fight and is gonna head off into Bowser 1 right now. And as of right now, Archer is gonna head into Beach Bowl's secret with all what's gonna happen. Also, Archer's timing there. Archer's timer might have had a little bit of a problem. Omega lol. By the way, yeah, nice timer there. Nice timer. Yeah, he might have had a little bit of a problem with the timer there, Archer. But yeah, it's still gonna be a ooh, Galaxtic being a little bit of a Monka-esque. Just taking it slowly with the fire bars. Never mind. Another. Oof, you don't want to do that, mate. It's gonna kill you. Killing is bad. Dying is bad. Killing is even bad, even worse. Kill yourself. It's even worse. Even more worse. I don't know what I'm saying right now, by the way. As Archer tries to get the fast threat for this level prepped up. Nailed it. Pretty easy there. Archer, if you're listening to this, don't worry. Not for Fate this. Of course, it's probably it's because of some connection issues with SRL. Of course, you know that the race is still going on, so don't worry about that. I mean, there's a restream for a reason. Just focus on the run and it should be fine. In the meantime, Archer entering Bedrock 3 right now. Last level before rescuing Luigi here. Yeah, we're gonna rescue Luigi. Of course, for Luigi, there can be two Luigis. Of course, there can be two Luigis. Jumping off to the distance, skipping a large chunk of this level. And skipping an even larger chunk. Meantime, Galactic doing his work versus Bowser. He's trying to get the cycle cancelled there. He gets it, but not in the way you would have wanted. Of course, it doesn't ground pound. So there's a couple of things involved in the tech of the cycle cancelling Bowser. You want to hit either his tail or the lower part of his head, because if you hit the upper part of his head, you're gonna be sent off, and it's not gonna ground pound the glass on the first hit, but on the second, losing your time. So you can see the weeds there, waiting to be rescued, and we're gonna do Bowser 1, and it's gonna add straight to kitchen, as Archer did. They're grabbing the Rainbow Star here. You want to keep the Rainbow Stars for as long as possible because first kill these Boo with it to avoid having to activate a very long and unnecessarily just annoying sequence. And of course, Star Speed is very useful and he grabs 4 star chips before the star ends, which is usually very, very good. He enters now the launch star. Hardcore is headed to the second part of the level where it's mansion flip happening pretty soon. A locked door there blocks the access with the key being suspended into the air for some reason. But we don't need keys and doors, mate. Just clip just clip through the pavement and yeah, just do that. Getting through unlocking the Boo power up. DM Boo, yeah, lol. And yeah, talking with the Weeds there, we just found a star, but of course couldn't get out. Don't know why. Don't know why I couldn't get out with a star. You know, it's not like when we get a star, of course we're in the same situation, of course. When we get a star, we exit the level. Apparently that's a player Luigi, not the second Luigi for whatever reason. But hey, feels good, man.
Look.
Hardcore, just play without splits 3H. It's gonna be better. Galaxtic now attempting the same skip that Arca did. And Arca feeding the Hungry Luminous. Oof! Galaxtic not falling down there. Looking good. And doing waterfall jump there. Pretty useful strat. Pretty neat. Way safer than the triple jump attempted by Arca. And I reckon the Galaxtic actually gained time on Arca doing that. During that triple jump. So Arca now talking to Luigi saying that he will go around and find more stars. Well, we'll see how successful he's on that. Galaxtic, come on, man, you're on 421 star bits or something. 420, not 421, mate. I haven't taught you anything if you're missing stuff, dude. How could I have taught you anything if you don't even know the basic principles of running Galaxy? You have to have 420 star bits. But enough on the memes. Arca going through Sweet, also called Long Jump Central. Because if you haven't guessed that, long jumps are a premium way through around here. And yeah. Looking good right now. Also, probably at the Olympics, Luigi's gonna do good after all this training, but yeah, going through right there now, ending the star pretty fast. Of course, that's kind of the goal right now. And Galaxtic also grabbing the shell, but having to go all the way around. And not too bad, just a couple seconds time loss. Nothing too huge. And apparently Luigi's been pretty successful at finding... Now Okay, I guess we're gonna have to get him back, I guess. Now, let's go back at it, entering good at Galaxy again. Entering the first star to avoid having to watch more cutscenes is the one stat. Keep him through that. Mashing A. Okay. Arca making it there. And yeah, apparently, hardest star in the game achieved. We can go home, and we can do after an easy peasy star. I mean, a triple jump, and that's wrapped up. Boom, got it. Access there, and to Beach Ball's secret in the meantime. I haven't talked about the Ice Flower. I might use this occasion to talk about Ice Flower. Ice Flower is a power-up that allows you to freeze the water under your feet. That's pretty neat if you have to, well, skate on water. As you can see, they're freezing the waterfalls there, which is pretty neat. Also, the best mechanic in the game by far. There we're gonna see a race versus Cosmic Luigi, or also known as Super Mario Sunshine ripoff. Well, of course, Nintendo can do whatever they want with their characters. And yeah, just gotta reach the star before he does, because if he does, you're dead. Hardcore there being significantly faster, of course, than his counterpart. I mean, it's kind of the goal here, so... Dropping off of the ledge, he's not suiciding himself. He's actually grabbing the star. Of course, as you can see, there's a pretty neat trick there, just dropping off the ledge and skipping a lot of the level. You've seen Galaxtic doing a variation at the very beginning, doing on one. Yeah, Hardcore wrapping up. Second visit to the terrace with ease out there. Wanting to get out of here now. Want to go back to the kitchen. A little bit of a weird long jump there in the observatory movement. All fine and dandy as he complete 4 stars. Here it's Galaxtic breaks the stone to the undersea cavern. It's gonna head to the stone cyclone. Pretty punishing way. This is the pretty punishing place for newcomers. In the meantime, Hardcore is gonna do that on fast speed with the fast full combat, with the enemies moving twice as fast. See Galaxtic waiting a bit. You can see that the yellow shading of the level there. Hardcore going pretty fast, bonking there on the side of the stone, but looking pretty good. And Galaxtic still struggling a bit. I'm not sure he's gonna go. Mate, you don't want to do that. You're just gonna get that. He's gonna want to go for the more intended strategy there, which is, of course, nothing to be ashamed of. The skip can be finicky sometimes and can lose you all the time if you once or twice. Actually, if you're missing it once, you're dead. Even on intended, and missing it twice, you're losing time. It's a pretty risky strat, of course. Hardcore knows his craft of the game, so heading now into Bubble Breeze. Galaxtic props up at Beach Ball 3 and is gonna end now to go rescue. Well. For the final motion control level, you want to blow. Put a pointer there, pretty straightforward and easy. Nothing too hard to do here, just collecting the star chips to form a launch star there. Oof. Rip cycles there, unfortunately for Hardcore, and is gonna have to squeeze through after the mine is through. They're skipping the Starbit collection for reasons I don't want to do too much. Just loses time if you collect them here. Next boxes. Hardcore making it through. And coming back home to before the wing, ghostly secret as Galaxtic is. We'll see how much he keeps the star going for. Yeah, after 2 chips. Now they're taking a page from Sludgy's book and doing this triple jump. He hopefully wants to connect with the spin box. That's a shame. Laggy mic. Oh boy. Let me see if there's anything I can do refreshing the stream. I'm pretty on par, I guess. Pretty much that even on par with the restream there. And Archer there going through Ghostly Secret at a good pace there. Doing one key here. Unlocking the auto-scroller portion of there before attempting a skip. Hold fine and dandy for Archer there. Pretty much. As Galaxtic wraps up Ghostly 1, Archer wraps up it. Quite fitting actually. They both get back to the observatory. Galaxtic still has to go for Sweet Sweet now. He should have the star bits by a long margin. 505 star bits. It's way more than he needs actually. After they're heading into Bowser Jr. Notoriously technical stage, you can miss and lose a lot of time here. Pretty quickly, must be said, so you don't want to be on the receiving end of misses. After they're instantly firing the cannon to get through the stage. Of course, there's quite a big skip there. It skips us a couple of sections on the airships. As Galaxtic heads into Sweet Sweet there. After they're trying to hit the ball there. You can destroy them with star bits. Or make these things dizzy. Ooh, that's actually pretty big risk. He gets through. Bowser Jr. being the annoying little prick that he usually is, as an airship with a lot of bullet general. Now you don't want to be on the receiving end of that. Archer there using a trick to fire off the shell instantly there, and wrapping this up. Oof! Of course, it misses the shell there. Wow, a lot of bullet bills going on. There's a lot of time lost there. Archer wraps it up in the end. It's easy to lose time here because, of course, if you don't know what's going on, if you just miss a shell, your rhythm is going to be thrown off, and after that happens, it's pain. Well, that was really pain. And that is true as Archer exits the kitchen second visit with 108.42 on the Grand Star. We now expect a reading for the pace, still ahead of PB. Still ahead of PB apparently, which by extension means still ahead of world record. In the meantime, Galaxtic has wrapped up Sweet Sweet with a lot of star bits actually. It's pretty well, not usual to collect star bits in Sweet Sweet, but anyways, it did. And it's heading now to goes to Gudag Luigi. As it wraps it up pretty quickly. Harker is now added after talking to the male Toad game. Apparently, Luigi is trapped into a cage and has some of himself, wrapped with a letter for space-time, and send that to the observatory. I mean, if you can send that, just send yourself, mate. So just save us work the next time, but we're gonna still save him. But before that, there's going to be a little of comment work to be done there. Next Delta win. Everything counts in a speed run, especially if this run is on kind of in a race, which is insane, like really insane. What the hell, mate? Hardcore, slow down, mate. You're going too fast. I'm gonna have to. Going too fast, mate. He just casually kills the annoying small enemies there. One of the annoying small enemies. And he wraps it up pretty quickly there. Yeah, we're seeing him being a little bit silly there. So I have to re-update there. Yeah, Archer entering her scurry now. As Galaxtic wraps up the Cosmic Luigi race, Archer is shooting ahead into the distance. Archer ignores the starbit there and yeah, wants to collect planet. Which, yeah, well, of course, it's all mad. Bad strategy there as one he's gonna do. Having his nodes, killing that platform soon, so that when you come eventually back to that node, you can wrap it up all with a leap into the unknown as the black hole disappears and creates a star. Usually it's the other way around, but we're not questioning it because, of course, Nintendo physics. That's true. Free SRL points from beating Hardcore. Relax. I mean, SRL will register this as a victory for Galaxtic. And yeah, of course. And love, as always. Yeah, it was 2 seconds behind as far as I know. Archer now entering Space Junk Comet, which is fun times all over again, of course. Chip reapplies here. Same first level, but now with timer. We're really trying to go fast, Nintendo. We're still gonna... Okay, he gets it first try. YOLOing it. Galaxtic there wraps up without much problem. Beach Bowl Comet, using again the Nintendo strat, Beach Bowl 3. After they're getting Sludgy Hop, abusing the tilt mechanic in the to gain a lot of height on the triple jump. Galaxtic going into Bubble Blizzard now. Archer is wrapping up the finals of Space Junk Comet, and he gets it. Oof. Oof. That hurts. Galaxtic dying there. Of course, that under his bubble, must be said, is insta-death, as you might have noticed here. And you don't want to hit that. Like, definitely you want to avoid as much as possible. And yeah, Archer there going again into Battle Rock 1, but this time to save Luigi. Getting easy the triple jump here. Galaxtic taking it a little bit more safe here this time. Don't want to lose time. Now we're sitting through the auto-scroller once more as we Luigi a second time. Of course, couldn't choose a more fitting stage than an auto-scroller, of course. I mean, it's very fun and engaging and full of interesting mechanics like messing. That's it, basically. Or getting hit by cannonballs, or getting zapped by electricity, or getting hit by cannonballs that have electricity around them, like the ones circling around the saucer. I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff to do here, as you can see. Also jumping on top of cannonballs. Archer messing around with 4 times before he just decided to, okay, let's stop doing it. Mainly because the gravity was killing the 5th attempt. I mean, of course, in reality, you can kill cannonballs by jumping on them. It's been a very known and common fact. You know, I've seen during World War I that soldiers attempting to do that. It did not go that well. After they're going on the under part of the saucer because Luigi is in SMG that we've seen before. Yeah. In the meantime, Galaxtic heading off into Ghostly Secret there as well. He's probably not gonna go for the risky keyless or 1 key threats, probably going to go for flame boost here, interesting. Long jumping through there to get to the other side. In the meantime, Archer wraps up this 3rd visit to Fountain, and last. And completely ignores the male toad for being annoying. And heading straight to Red Run. Galaxtic had not attempting the keyless or 1 key skip. He's focusing on getting up there as fast as possible. Doing pretty much intended strats all over. Preparing his backflips carefully, you don't want time for no real reason. And it's done. Archer there entering Gusty Garden 1 and riding on fluffy things that's a thing, of course. Collecting bits here. Even though it causes lag, Archer going with optimal strategies there, world record holder stuff. Omega low. I'm joking, of course. That enemy can always get in the way and it's so annoying, but I didn't know you could backflip there. Thanks for teaching me a useful backup. I know it's great doing these commentating things because you can learn a lot of stuff. Now Archer heading down to the final section of the planet as Galaxtic uses the cannon skip to skip a lot of the airship section and heading straight to the Bowser Jr. 2 fight. Archer they're buying, escaping, no way, long jump, easy peasy catch, no problems at all with Archer there, and he grabs the bunny. And the star at 119.42. Here we get a reading on that pace by our pace operator Creepy Guard. Now, Polari being annoying is always informing us that they've discovered the enemy dev guess. Well, we're gonna ignore that for a lot of Galaxtic risking third hit with the shell. Galaxtic having a little bit of a tough time in this fight. As said, can be very, very annoying, and losing time there is not unheard of by any means. But a good fight overall by Galaxtic there. I think he's ahead of his PB. Shoutouts to CreepyGar for being the pace operator of every, allowing us to know where the runners are compared to their PBs and stuff. Imagine world record in a race. Now on Gusty Garden 2 for the Mole Planet. Very annoying planet, easy to lose time on. Archer is gonna have to camera manip pretty accurately there. Getting a second kill. And getting a third kill. Spot on. As Galaxtic adds into his third fountain visit. I mean, I've never mentioned which dome is the fountain, but I mean, just in case, at any rate, that dome back in the distance is fountain. I'm feeling like I might be a little too sassy today, but Archer now adding off into the boss fight for Gusty Garden 2 with Major Burrows. And yeah, he's a mole, he's pissed off. Fun fact, Artemis can relate to that because she bunnies, which is pretty funny. I mean, I can understand why. I mean, I can understand the chasing bunnies, we do that all the time. Archer there. Tries to bait out Major Burrows. First hit, done. Now getting the second ground pound out quickly. And Galaxtic now being in the Bedrock Comet fight. And it's done. Archer grabs the star at 123.22 and Galaxtic grabs back 27, almost 26. Shots fired. Shots fired in the chat. Everybody's against our pace operation. Archer, they're going into Gusty Garden 3 or Gusty Garden 6, right? We don't. Okay, it's probably secret. Galaxtic adds now into Earth's Curry for a 30th star, I reckon. Archer there with quite a lead, but to be honest, Galaxtic is having a good run today. He's on a good run. He's doing his thing quietly in the background. The splits have always been green, as far as I can notice. So yeah, feels good, man. The Archer grabbing the star for secret. And spawning a rainbow star there, grabbing to kill the chain chomp. Yeah, it's not exactly a well-hidden secret, but figuring out to spawn the launch star can take a bit. And now Parker's gonna enter again the same level whilst Galaxtic Space Junk Comet, another make or break skip as I said before. Parker there grabbing all the star bits here. And landing on again the question mark coin. This time, however, missing on purpose the fourth coin, or the fifth coin, I should say, to avoid spawning the star there for the animation. Oof, almost getting hit there. This plant is very annoying to do with without the launch star. Well, without the rainbow star. Sorry, guys. Now we're going around the planet pretty easily, and complete this section with the saucers. It can be annoying at times, but Arco, without breaking a sweat, dude, going through there, running for the game at a fast breathing like Galaxtic, having a fail. The Space Junk Comet skip. Oof, once again. The skip being pretty annoying, to say the least. Meantime, Arco going through the final section of Gusty Garden free, getting the escape, pretty much no problem at all. Galactic is having to do intended here, and the controls there can do that. And the combination of the camera being in the way it is locked and controls going there, you can get kind of weak. Let's say. Yeah, now Galactic heading off into the distance for the ending of Space Junk Comet quite soon. Whilst Archer is cleaning up his Gusty Garden game with Major Burrows incoming soon. Galactic again missing the trick that allows you to skip this rock, which requires you to go in the third dimension, in a sense. Having to go around all the rocks there. Galactic definitely will not be, probably will not be very happy with what happened here. Pretty unconventional way of doing Sludgy Hop, but interesting strategy there. Another fight with Major Burrows, only this time we have only 1 HP. So we can see Archer being already a bit more safer here. Ooh, pretty risky there. Major Burrows is quite far away, but no sweat for Archer as Galaxtic completes Space Junk Comet, still in the green in 129.1. Omega lol. Now Galactic adding off into Bedrock to save Luigi as Archer enters now Freeze Flame Galaxy. To finish off Bedroom's second major galaxy. Of course, Dusty Dune is not a thing. Doesn't even exist. I don't even know what is Dusty Dune, why the name. Ooh, Archer could get. Oh yeah, he got right side penguin. A bit more annoying to. Generally, you want him to go on the left side, but it still catches it pretty quickly. Galaxtic, they're dodging everything. Coins, star bits, cannonballs. Just by crouching. Crouch to win before this game. As Archer adds off into the main planet of Freeze Flame. More freeze than flame, definitely, on this planet. As he goes off, climbing this ice pass and obtaining the ice flower once again. This time to skate off, climb through this block, instantly long jump off, and yeah, climb is done. Now there's the boss here. A royal ice ball of freezing power that's gonna get wrecked, I must say. Boom, done. As Galaxtic also is done with Battle of Luigi. Now, Archer going on into the Comet, which is here for no reason at all. But apparently, it's enough to have completely free one to spawn this Comet. As Galaxtic also adds in the bedroom. To be fair, Galactic's pace has been pretty good. Galactic has been doing his thing. His pace is looking good, must be said. Probably some pace to beat his PB. Archer there, off, starting there in the comment, looking pretty crisp. Pretty solid throughout all the star, for the whole of the star, and collecting the star in the very end. Nice ice skating there. Totally first place at Olympics for distance ice skating. Fortunately, this is Super Mario Galaxy, so no medal for you. It's gonna be needed to complete the total of 60 stars needed to beat Bowser here. So, Archer is now gonna head into Freeze Flame 2. He's gonna have to collect 5 stars in Freeze Flame, and this is the third. In the meantime, Galactic still completing Gusty Garden 1. And getting the triple jump first try. Also going off for the Piranha Plant, but remember, it has to go down before you can strike it, because if not, you're gonna get hit and it's gonna hurt. Not a lot, but it's gonna hurt. Mostly it's the time loss that's important, not really life loss here. There, Archer breaking those ice crystals using a small piece of tech that allows you to stop yourself if you break an ice crystal. Basically, you just have to spin and release the nunchuck. You're gonna be stopped in your tracks for a second, because there's a weird thing that happens if you spin and keep going on. The hitbox of the star piece is gonna appear a bit later than you or rather, it's gonna be active a bit later than what you would love. So basically, you just pass through it. Whilst if you stop yourself for just a pad, you're gonna be able to grab it instantly, gaining time, of course. Archer going for the safe strategy here for the skip. Just want to do a long jump here. Yeah, gets a bit. Ooh, Archer going balls deep here, dude. Doesn't care if he's 1 HP, here can be pretty dangerous. Doing a long jump through the lava here. Archer, like a boss, doesn't even care. Just wants to go for full speed, and that paid off because he completes the star way faster than he would have if he saved. Archer is on a charge right now. Apparently he's 25 seconds ahead of world record. Insane pace. He's on a roll. We have actually in the moment Galaxtic, they're having a little bit of trouble with this planet. It's customary. Runners that are still in their early days in this game, for runners that are still in the early days in this game, this planet can be very, very annoying. You can lose a lot of time on this planet. Arcade speeding through Freeze Lane 3 right now. Also, Galactic is gonna enter the Major Bros fight and just have to clean a couple more sections of this level. Arcade going for the side flip strat there, for the side wall kick strat there, not flip. Sorry for that. Getting the perfect orbit long jump. I have never seen anybody doing this level that fast. Like, getting that water cycle there, oh my god. Almost carried the fire flower to the ice section. I mean, like, that was insane. Oof. Getting the wrong direction glitch here. Getting a little bit more safe there. When that happens and you lose ice skating speed, you don't want to turn around instantly and get on the second gravity field. Mainly because there is a certain risk that you can die in a hole you can't really control, so you don't want that to happen. Galaxtic, in the meantime, dealing with major burrows. Yeah, it's totally not common, as Arne said, because it's a very long game, and you need to be incredibly consistent for it to happen. In a 2.5-hour run around that, you need to be crazy consistent for a world record to happen in a race. Of course, you cannot reset, you cannot do anything for that. And Archer hasn't put a foot wrong since Space Jump 1, which is insane. It's really, really insane. Archer, now we're entering, as Galaxtic wraps up the Gusty Guardian 2 fight. Archer re-entering Freeze Flame 1 for the secret star in this stage. Spoiler alert. Kappa. He's gonna head on to the right there and using like a slope climb trick here by just spinning and going forwards. It's a pretty straightforward trick. He's gonna climb this slope that you're not supposed to, of course, and reach this launch star. It's gonna carry you to the secret zone of the level, the backside of the mountain. Oof. After getting a side flip and a back flip, all in the wrong direction there. And he's gonna set his sight on climbing the mountain. That was a weird sound glitch. Never heard that. Quick triple jump there, he's gonna settle the thing. As Archer, has some troubles climbing on the snowman, which can be really annoying at times. But apart from that, it was a pretty crisp Freeze Flame secret. 140.02 as Galaxtic enters the Enters Galaxtic Garden free and he's looking for the secret star apparently. Yes, he is. And he's gonna wrap it up pretty soon. Hardcore is now gonna attempt a glitch at any rate. That's gonna speed him up through this climb as Galaxtic enters Galaxtic Garden to grab the regular star. Here, manipulating his position there, climbing the slope pretty fast, getting it. Oof, pretty close there, but he still gets it. Grabbing all the starbits he can in his level because it's pretty rich. Now heading on to the second part of the slope as Galaxtic is gonna continue through the level here, and he's gonna try to... I don't know if he's gonna spawn the Rainbow Star or not. No, he's not. And Archer there onto the final part. Using that trick a bit more. This time it's a little bit more weird. Oof, that was pretty close. Choosing to go for the safe strat on this small piece of flight, then going on again with the slope climb trick. And wrapping Ani solidly there. As Galaxtic enters the final stages of Galaxtic Garden 3. Galaxtic is minus 117 on balance. Yeah, Galaxtic there doing the long jump thing here. And by doing the long jump thing here, he saves a lot of time. Must be said there. Archer now is gonna go through Dark Matter Plant. Very massive skip. If he chokes that, he's gonna be behind, probably. And yeah, this skip is very important and also cool AF. Must be said. Speeding through the early sections of the level. Doing a single jump there. Movement looking pretty crisp through it. Going for it there. As Galaxtic enters the Major Burst fight with the Daredevil there, but Archer getting close to the skip section. Having a little bit of a just hiccup there before going for the long jump setup. The kid has some serious balls there and he makes it happen, dude. Archer is flying through the game and he gets hit by an enemy. Just another small mistake, but the skip looked very good. Oh yeah, just a small recap of this. We're 1 hour and 44 minutes into the run. 43 stars to 36 right now. Galaxtic is going to wrap up soon the 37th if he doesn't make a mistake in this fight, which can be pretty annoying at times. But Galaxtic looks like it's got it wrapped. He just chooses to delay a bit his ground pound to avoid having to run a lot to hit Major Bros, as Archer is going through the phases of the second Bowser fight there. Canceling his first attack. Canceling his second. Ooh, and getting hit there! Oof. He still broke the glass though. Archer there grabbing the safety coin. Don't want to that pace to a mistake like that, but yeah, I don't know if he's pleased with that. He still hit the glass, so he will lose massive amounts of time here. which is looking still pretty good. Third damage canceling went as planned here. And he's gonna wrap the fight pretty soon with those spins and closing it up as Galactic heads up into Freeze Flame. Yeah, exactly. In the 602, there's this game is the 120 star category, and this Galaxy 242 category. And Archer grabs the Grand Star for Bowser 2 at 146 flat. But now Galaxy going through the same process of going through, looking at a different strategy. Long jumping as fast as to get on the snow and then backflipping on the question mark block. It is a cool strategy. It's probably just a tad slower than what Archer did, but if it's consistent, oof, that's gonna hurt. Not too much, fortunately, because he can get up pretty quickly and start working on defeating the Royal Ice Ball. As Archer speeds off into the distance from Rosalina. The man has nothing. The man can't afford to lose any more time here. He wants to go straight into the engine room, boss it off, and then get. Oh, Galactic quite a bit of problem hitting the actual boss there. He actually wraps it up there and finishes the star. As Archer is heading off now into Gold Leaf 1. Engine room in general is pretty annoying. Engine room in general is a very chokeable part of the run, and yeah, we're entering their world record pace. I don't need to say anything else. Archer needs to play on top of this game. He needs all the concentration of the world now, because this can make or break the final time. As he heads off. Grabs the flower there. He needs to grab 5 star chips, 5 blue star chips. One down and 2 down as Galactic enters off there. Archer is done with all the star chips, and he's long jumping off into the distance to grab the pole stars and heading off to the final planet. Now, who will win? HardcoreGaming or a bunny? Apparently a bunny. Heck. Even if for a small amount of time the bunny manages to stall Archer there, and that's gonna be painful. Time for value strats. Yeah, I agree with the comment Gar made about that. I've been able to pull it off quite a few times, but it's not as consistent as it should be for a run. Not at all. I see Archer there. Now heading off into Gold Leaf 2. Also called Cataquack Land, also called Catacancer Land, also called with many other bad names by myself, because it's the most annoying place in the run. Probably Archer doesn't agree with that because he can boss it off with a strat that's pretty well known. But I can ICBA to learn a strat, of course. soon as possible, but you'll see what I mean in a second, as there's a couple of Cataquacks in this level, and Arc the dangerous route through it. And climbing up there, using the Cataquack actually, to get into the launch star. Now, a couple of well-placed triple jumps there, or a long jump, I guess. Oof. And now a triple jump up there. Ooh, that's not gonna work! Oof! That's gonna hurt. Oh, no Archer! No Archer! And he eventually gets it, but third try gonna be enough. Cataquack's being in the way also. But he bosses it off. Oof, the Cataquacks. Gold Leaf 2, being Gold Leaf 2, I guess. As Galaxtic is going to complete right now the freeze from 2-star. And Archer wraps the star up as well. With 151.32, can we get a re? Okay, thank you very much to our pace operator, Gar, as always. Striving to make this channel better. Memes aside, the man HardcoreGaming is, as Galaxtic is gonna try to wrap up Freeze Flame Free. Another very important level, cool actually. So he needs to be on top of his game again, and well, we're gonna be seeing him launching after the for the first of the 2 skips. Doing a triple jump up there, getting a wall kick, and oof, spin bomb here. Uses the backup setup and gets up there. Archer. Missing the triple jump is not that beautiful. Doing the wall kick strat here. I don't know if he's going for bonker strats right now, or if it's usual for him to go for it. Buffers incorrectly the spin here and triggers the boss fight with entering the cutscene trigger, so the boss is actually completely stopped there. He's not firing, he's not doing anything, and that saves quite a bit of time, to be fair. Because it's not being annoying all the time, basically. And yeah, Archer wraps it up quickly, so getting the backup for the triple jump, it's fine. And he got cutscene skip soon, so it's all pretty fun and dandy still. Galaxtic there grabbing the second ice flop. He wants to be a bit safe here. So then waiting a bit, doing the right play here. Just skating off without skating long jumps here. And he does the only one to wrap up the star at 154.02. As Archer is gonna enter now Gold Leaf 2 for this fast-paced. You're gonna need a lot of precision, however, for the star. Right, getting all the notes. Getting all the notes here. And wrapping it up quite nicely is Archer here now, as Galaxtic is trying to catch the penguin flame again. For Freeze Flame's secret. And only now the last star remaining Gold Leaf, which is the Comet Race. I don't know where his time save are. Time save. We'll see how that goes. See how that goes. Not, but Galaxtic now climbing the slope for free crit as Hardcore gets in for Gold Leaf Comet. Cosmic Luigi once again challenging to a race, but this time we're gonna take a bit of a shortcut like last. Speeding off the distance is Hardcore as he gets the triple jump here going on. Oof, has to walk there to back it up. Gets up with a triple jump at any rate, seals the deal pretty quickly, must be said. As Galaxtic there opts for a got a spin bonk here. That's gonna hurt. The spin bonk is a small mechanic in the game where if you spin too close to a wall, the cancel. You're not gonna get like a oof sound from Luigi, which is not that happens exactly. And Galaxtic, yeah, probably cursing spin bonks right now. They're pretty annoying. Oof! Once again, spinning off the bat into the distance. The only way to kill those bats is using the fire flower, which is not an option to go fast, unfortunately. So, yeah, it can be a bit annoying at times. Hardcore now entering Auto-Scroller land with another Auto-Scroller, the third one and final in the game. Where you have to chase an orca whale that apparently... I left an orca whale, a shark, whatever. And yeah, he just... for entering in. He just wants to have the CO for himself and you have to teach him how to swim. He challenges you to swim for 8 rings, which is... I mean... I know, mate, if this is your definition of difficult... game a bit. Like, it's... I mean, usually Bowser is a pretty... but even he's not as stupid as the whale, I think. So, and that's saying something. Galaxtic now entering Oni-Climb, sorry. Pretty easy to confuse those. He's doing intended flight, which, you know, if you're not sure about your glitch game here, it's a safe bet. You don't lose time doing so. I mean, you lose time over the glitch, of course, but if you fail the glitch and your setup gets messed up, you're gonna be still on track for a bit of pain here. So yeah, you want to be as close as you can. You want to be as safe as you can, especially in a race. So Galaxtic there going for the safe strats. Coming a 1-up. As Hardcore is going through the final ring pretty soon. I believe, of course. I mean, you cannot be in this level and not you're posting a Chris Crin emote. That's gonna happen at any rate. And Hardcore there grabbing the star and finishing it off. Galaxtic is about to wrap up Oni-Climb pretty soon. Now Hardcore entering sees like Comet, and it's another race versus Cosmic Luigi. Apparently, he hopes that by swimming, we're gonna be able to gain advantage by using shells, but we're gonna show him how you truly swim, dude. Because Hardcore is gonna show the... You're gonna see that in a second. We just got a glimpse of that when he passed through Guppy, the orca whale. Speeding off into the distance is Hardcore as he tries to set up for the surface whims. Still no luck for that. He gets it finally. And yeah, what happens there is a pretty cool mechanic in the game where Luigi gets locked in the state of recovering oxygen and in the state of spinning in the same time, which apparently gives you a boost in speed, because of course when you can breathe and spin, you'll go faster. I know, Nintendo logic again, but Of course, that's not an intended thing. It's a glitch that you can use in the game, and that looks pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Galaxtic there, taking it quite easy there. Don't want to lose a lot of time by dying there. Insta kill if you die to just dive there, so you don't want to touch that by any means. Galaxtic getting the skip in our metal plant, pretty neat there. Pretty neat stuff from Galaxtic there. Also not getting the Goomba, well, that enemy name bounce because I can't remember the name. Now Australian Penguin Son is gonna, and Archer is gonna try again to show the penguins how to swim. And of course the stream is buffering right now, so yay. Doesn't get the setup for the fast surface swim, fortunately. Surface swim is being pretty annoying right now for Ark. Losing a heap of time here, unfortunately, which is something you don't want to see that often. And then gets trolled by the fact he was the only... Maybe his nerves getting a bit too hardcore here. After they're risking a lot to grab, of course, that is kind of routed. Ooh. Surface swim not being particularly gentle to Hardcore. That race time is not something you want to see. 105 is considered bad by even midfield runners, so definitely Hardcore is going to be disappointed by that. Galaxtic there, not doing any Bowser cancels here. It's true that can be a bit of a pain, but ooh, if he gets it on the final spin there. And that's not the side you want to see, because he's gonna do all the spins once again. He finally gets right, and he's going to wrap up the Bowser fight pretty quickly at 2:03 pace in the other two, which is not that bad. Parker now entering what is toy time. Another Galaxy that's going to be pretty important because it's very chokeable, very easy to make a mistake here, unfortunately. So Archer is going to have to blend off his game once more. No, that penguin race is pretty impossible to lose. I mean, the Cosmic Luigi race is fun if you're not careful, but the penguin race, well, it's a joke, let's say. After blitzing now through Toy Time 1, Galaxtic, he's gonna add to engine room soon, the end. Their HardcoreGaming blitzing again through this quite long star. Rising about star. The fast route skips the star actually, but requires 2P to do. And yeah, it's a pretty long star, but behind this there's a couple of pretty fast stars, so that can be convenient. That side flip is kind of unwanted. And Galaxtic is gonna add up to engine room soon now, so yeah, looking good there. As Archer is gonna attempt armpit skip, named armpit skip of course, because ooh, that was pretty close. That was very close. Don't want to see that happening. He almost died there, but armpit skip named because, of course, you go through the armpit. Armpit there, being a little bit flustered maybe by that. He knows that he was very close to death. But you quickly recovers his composure and finishes that off. World record is death. The world record is death. So Archer there, now a lot of starbits already. Pocket is not gonna have to. He enters the second star to get the secret, would most likely. As Galaxtic now is collecting the starships in Gold Leaf 1 to reach the Bunny Planet. Oof, that can be a dire situation for him. He might have to spin, yeah, of course. That's what I meant, but he might have to spin. As Archer now lands into Totem 2, he's gonna go into the secret star most likely. And he's gonna have to collect a bunch of starbits for it, as he's now doing. 52. This secret requires 50 starbits, so all good here. And Galaxtic Arena Blue problems with the bunny here. Bunny can be a little bit annoying. Archer there, now entering the secret planet pretty soon. Can't wait for the launch of this one as Galaxtic wraps up Gold Leaf 1. And this secret planet is also where the Comet star takes place, and you want to complete it now to have the Comet spawn on the next star because of Comet cycles. They can be pretty complicated. All you need to know is that you need to be on this. Basically, the number needs. Ooh, what was that momentum? Yes. Archer still makes it in, but unfortunately has to wait to get out. That momentum got completely messed up. Fortunately, not wanting to risk it now. And still risk it after that. Archer going for some gameplay choices that are very risky and then save on some other choices. I don't know. He might not have actually a game plan right now. Just might be a little bit flustered. Of course, anybody would be on such a pace in a race, which is actually unheard of. I don't know if a 226 has ever been achieved in a race in Galaxy history. I think not. But I am gonna have to ask some other Galaxy historian. So if people in the chat remember and is, can you tell me that? Because I don't, quite frankly. Galaxtic now aiming for the secret star. Interesting order choice for the star. Huh? 252 phase for Galaxtic in the meantime. Down deep. No, the best. Well, then the best was the race for Bludgy's time in the versus Stars Mali. That he got a 227 in 27-20 something. I don't remember the time actually. Let them recover time pretty quickly. It was a 227-26, which is insane already. Archer now going through the same star once again. This star can be pretty annoying at times. Pretty easy to lose time on, pretty easy to die here. Ready for a pretty risky strategy there. Ooh. He notices the momentum drop in the change of the phase here. You want to jump through it. You want to jump through the edge, basically to the edge of this part. Ooh. Misses the cycle barely there. But you want to jump between the edges of the solids because the momentum loss is apparent. There, the platform giving him a hand. Of course, that's not what he wanted, but you get the picture. Every now and then, a platform can give you a little hand. As right now, Archer wraps it up pretty neatly, apart from some small hiccups there. They're Galaxtic having to experiment a bit with the Cataquax and understand why they're Catacancer. I'm sure he now understands. As Archer heads off into Toy Time 2, the last star in the engine room, head directly to Kitchen, second trip, or third trip I should say. SRL, of course. So that's the speedrun slide for using. Archer there getting on top of the collection of star bits here, of star pieces here. And he's gonna head straight off to the Mario planet after this. Unfortunately, bad position in front of the mecha, in front of Mini Bowser there. And Galaxtic entering Goldie free right now. So here there's five silver stars to be collected. Whilst Galaxtic heads off to Goldie free skip. Oh, we're doing the reverse setup. Still making it happen, which is pretty nice. Well, that's weird. Oof, not getting the wall kick off of the wall, fortunately. Still got it barely on top of that, and Archer finally collects the 5 silver stars and adds off to Kitchen 3, which means he's gonna have to do buoy bays. Now let's see if Galaxtic gets cutscene skip. He does. Interesting there. Nice from Galactic. Cutscene skip saves quite a bit of time, actually. Partly because, well, to skip the cutscene, and partly because it can't be, and the third phase can be quite annoying. You don't know how to deal with. Zucker now heads off, going into the kitchen right now for buoy bays. Let's see what he can do here. Actually, can't say that there. What did I say that was bad? I don't know. Am I being accused of being bad? Oh my god. Yeah, Danny confirming that. I think, and if Danny, who does that, you can you can assume that it's gonna happen if you're new with the starting runner. If you miss that, just everything that can be pretty painful. Archer there luring the torpedo dad off to destroy the buoy here. That keeps everything held down into this level. Now Galactic entering the race versus Cosmic Luigi. He's probably gonna as well. Or is he? No, he's not. He's gonna do intended. He's gonna do intended. And that's a pretty safe maneuver, because if you... For the camera, it's completely different. So if you fail to skip, you're gonna lose a ton of time. And since the setup is different, it's almost like executing another skip, basically, if you're not doing triple jump. Archer there doing buoy base skip, first try, excellent setup for that. And he's speeding off into the distance to reach the top of this Pokeball, basically. To collect his 57th star. You have enough bits, right? Let me see if you have enough bits. I don't know how many bits you have. I mean, generally, runners without the Starbit route overshoot by a lot in the Starbit number. He probably has like 669. Knowing the man. Archer going off into Buoy Bay's secret now. You might have noticed the torpedo launch that he's gonna enter now. Being again one of the most obvious secrets in the level. Ever, probably. Luring again the torpedo head here. Now he lures the bullet bill here over this electric amps, actually quite big amps, as Galaxtic heads off into Sea Slide 1. Here. Archer gets his 58 SAR here. Ligui, no, Galaxtic cannot even catch there. It's pretty impossible. It was impossible quite a bit ago, actually. Galaxtic, well, I think Galaxtic is not even supposed to catch up because 5 PB and Archer's PB is a 226. Unfortunately, since seeding works, that the first person in the seeding seeded versus the 16th, and Archer, who was the second, it's gonna be seeded against the 15th. Yeah, you get the picture. Galaxtic's the 15th seed and Archer is the second. There's quite a big difference in here. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what Galactic's objective was probably to be, and we'll see. It's probably a good pace. Archer feeds now the Hungry Luma for Drip Drop, which is a pretty annoying Galaxy, but a very fast one at it. Galaxy being rude as hell versus the shooting a penguin with a shell, and as we will see now, a lot of camera manipulation in what Archer is doing. You'll see that he's gonna turn around quite a lot to just have one eel, or just not really one eel per se, but only a certain amount of time some eels on screen, because you want to be here when you kill the last eel and pretty close to the star, of course. It's pretty hard to mess. It's pretty easy to mess up as a Galaxy, and generally new runners have a lot of trouble here until they learn the strategy to basically lay down everything quite fine. It's going to be pretty. It's pretty hard. It's pretty punishing Galaxy if you fail, because then you're gonna lose the eels. You're not gonna go where they are, because when they're not a screen, they're not moving, so it's very annoying. It actually gets very annoying very fast. So Galaxtic here enters the Cosmic Luigi race, and I don't know what he's going to go for. He's going for Shell, which is a safe strat, of course a little bit slower, but you don't need the surface whims for this. So by using the Shell is going to be a little bit safer here, if slower. As Archer gets a letter from Luigi saying that he's scared by a bug, cannot get back down. We'll see about that. Super Luigi Galaxy here being... And of course, Archer saves his counterpart from another universe, I guess, and positions himself perfectly. Plus 320 Galaxtic. Okay, Galaxtic entering now Sea Slide 2. As Archer now is adding off to the side the face life forms. I'm gonna translate Japanese instantly because I know Japanese, you know. And yeah, you want to go to the center of the universe now. Off we go. See, perfect translation. I'm genius. Top level Japanese translations here. Kappa. And the Comet Observatory now being a starship, of course, shoots off into the distance at faster than light speed to reach the center of the universe where Bowser is located. And as Rosalina say, we will go with Luigi. Gauntlet that is the fate of the universe. And this is a pretty punishing rebel. Yeah, I can do it. I agree with that. Maybe my goal low-key. Gonna have quite an interesting time for the end of this level here on hand. As Arthur enters the fate of the universe. Getting the cool movement at the beginning of the stage. Speed is at a premium here at the beginning. Here, which Arthur does indeed without breaking a sweat. What a man. Has a little bit of trouble with the gravity beams here. Now, Arthur skipping a lot of stuff here in the meantime, more than I can. Now this ice skating section here. As Galactic adds up straight to toy time, but all eyes are on Arthur right now at the very end of the promising time for the race world record. As he speeds through the 2D section. You know the man's got nerves when he's at 69 star bits, guys. This means the nerves are starting to kick in. Baiting the bullet bill in a really cool way there. Now Galaxtic riding a train in the meantime. Of course, I'm in a bit of trouble with that. The train doesn't really go where he wants to. There, Arthur skipping some stuff, climbing on the cannon, and fails. Does pretty easily. And he gets into the Bowser launch star now. The man must have heard me, I think. It is true, because you can do a lot of stuff. Well, not only for 5 levels, but the point is that I find it fascinating that some levels like Anya, but most of the levels are just, okay, there's a lot of cool skips, but it's not like they completely break the level. It's just, oh, there's no optimization here and there. I think that Galaxy 2 is more broken in terms of skips, that sometimes you just skip the whole thing. With Yoshi flutters. At least that's my opinion there. Galaxtic there, getting a weird wall kick, but it still works. Oof, that single jump might not have been in. Mate, you might want to long jump here. And now Hardcore starting the final Bowser fight. Epic core in the background, orchestra rolling, getting there, mate. Getting the cycle, getting the get up animation. Oof, that's gonna hurt. Ouch. I thought it was a little bit too close, but I waited to see if I was right, and indeed I was. That's gonna hurt. There's a couple seconds, but seconds are at a premium speed running and you don't want to lose time more than is necessary. Now they're the easiest plan in the fight, just hit him with the balloon green things. Galaxtic in the meantime completing Totem 1 and getting through it pretty neatly. Hardcore now is gonna attempt the Bowser attack cancel. He's gonna start rolling off, but he cancels the animation by getting hit there. He's gonna instantly ground pound, perfectly executed by Hardcore there. Wanted to get hit by a fireball there. Fortunately, Bowser doesn't hit the glass quite soon enough, but on the second hit, he's gonna certainly do that. And Hardcore is about to wrap up a great 2:27 time for a race. Wow. Timing is on the grabbing of the last Grand Star, but that time is definitely 2:27, a low one. Wow, this was an incredible race time. Indeed, it's a 2:27.19 for Hardcore. Is therefore the winner of this race. Now there, congratulations to Hardcore for the win there and for the great time. We'll see if he's going to join us for an. We'll see if he's gonna do that. In the meantime, we're gonna great time for the racing for Hardcore there. And yeah, that was pretty good, must be said. Know why are the guys what the freaking me for, but whatever. No, it's not a world record. He had a couple of chokes in the very final part of the game, but still, this is the race world record for as far as I. So we'll see about that. Regin, it's not my internet, it's the reason. Yeah, I can confirm. In the meantime, Galaxtic is going through Toy Time. Remember, Galaxtic is still on, and I think we have a wild HardcoreGaming appearing in the live. Welcome, man, and congratulations to the race world record. So, you were actually on pace for a world record earlier. Yeah, it's understandable. Also, Harker's experience. They chat telling us that you're kind of quiet, so.
Am I loud enough now?
I suppose so. Yeah. And yeah, do you think that's kind of nerves that you've dropped the race to that? You dropped the world record to that. I mean, for sure you knew your pace, so might have been a little bit of nerves involved in that. Apparently, we don't know.
I didn't understand your question because your mic is great.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Well, I asked if you nerve and if that's a you started dropping some time entering freeze flame because you clearly knew your pace.
Yeah, I was actually nervous. When I do races, I'm always nervous at the beginning of the run, and it's kind of going down, but then it's coming back like, I don't know, end of bedroom. I think that...
It's understandable. I mean, especially on that kind of pace. Yeah. But by any chance, did you get any golds?
I think I probably did, but I didn't...
Oh yeah, the timer issue.
But I had some good levels, like Harry Scurry had camera cancel. That could have been, I don't know, some more levels.
Well then, are actually gonna... You have beaten Sludgy's time in the race by about 10 seconds. And that time was mighty impressive to look at. I commented that run as well, so... where do you feel you stack up versus Sludgy? Well, that makes sense. When you guys are gonna meet up, if they're up, we also have a lot of other runners, very interesting runners like Danny and Artemis throw our spanner in the wrench there. So spanner in the wrench, spanner in the works. What I'm saying, even can't even speak properly, mate. So, yeah, so right now that means you're gonna face Marcy there. And, well, Mars was a bit rusty then again, but he's also a good runner. And how do you feel about that? Do you think that he can pose a challenge to you, or you feel like you're gonna blast through everything up until the finals?
I think my first opponent I could lose to is Danny in round 4. But Mats was rusty, and I saw he was like over a minute ahead of his PB, and I think he can totally get a good PB, but I will beat him.
Well then, I yeah, I'm also there, Galaxtic. Well, I mean, I'm just feeding the Luma before entering entering Bui base. So quite a bit, maybe just you just forgot the proper order of starts. But well then, I think we might see ourselves out. I don't know if you want to stay up there and come, you might want to do so.
Yeah, I'm leaving for now. I might come back later, but I don't know. Yeah. Enjoy the race. I hope Galaxtic PBs. Yeah. That's it.
Well then, so we hope to see you back again when Galaxtic give you a DM when he's in the live. And well then, enjoy your rest, I guess. You deserve that.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Arthur. Congrats again on the win and the world record race. So sorry guys for the small audio issues. I had to wrap my hand around for the audio there. I haven't had the issue occurring to me yet, so Galaxtic cannot wall. Ooh, that was pretty close. You cannot wall kick off the walls in Bui base. You can only do that on the side walls, not on the back walls. Galaxtic, they're going for the start chip collection there, which okay, I mean it's a threat there, collecting it with the backflip. Also best song in the game. Yeah, pretty fast. I can agree with that. Start chips were pretty fast here. So Galaxtic getting through Bui base at 236-37, and he's gonna add to the secret again, and then drip drop. The timing is gonna be a bit weird right now. Don't get wrecked by bills. I mean, I don't know you about your economic situation. I'm looking. Kappa, nice jokes. Actually, no, they're pretty bad. He gets in now. Oof. That's so annoying when it happens. The homing ground pound on the penguin. Pidgeot had spawning off there. Galaxtic a bit short on air, but should be fine. Shouldn't, unless the pipe entrance gets a bit messy there. Galaxtic there. Oof! That's gonna be very, very annoying. You're gonna lose a lot of time to that, fortunately. The Bullet Bill has to respawn. Of course, they're doing a little bit of a sequence break there by not going. Just using this Bullet Bill and long jumping through there. But that was so annoying. He gets the second try. Yeah, I'm afraid that with that angle it would still. However. So Galaxtic now leaving kitchen to go to Drip Drop and talk to the Luma that is definitely a little bit less hungry now, I reckon. Now going off into Drip Drop, as I mentioned before, Galaxy. So we'll see if Galaxtic can get it straight or has to rely on his following the eels over around the planet. Oof, that's gonna be dangerous. He makes the first eel cycle, which is good. The second eel is a bit running off into the distance, more than you wanted. More than you wanted, probably. He gets it again, so he 1 health, but points here, and the shell. Yeah, it's all in all a pretty decent Drip Drop. I mean, he got the fast 2 hits, now he's gonna change. Let's hope he can get a good hit on that. Oof, that was pretty close, but unfortunately not it, unfortunately. Now the eel is going around. the eel is gonna go through a red shell pretty soon, exactly. Yeah, getting the red shell hit there. Now, however, Galactic is at 2 health and no air. It's gonna be a loss, a very, very use time loss. He luckily gets the air and the coin, and can wrap up the level pretty easily now. Should mention red shells going faster than blue shells. Now Galactic needs to talk to the male toad. And final, Luigi Star. Here, talking to Luigi. That is, you can't get back from there. Apparently there's a big bug in him off. Come on guys, keep me on with the bad jokes. It's starting to be late for me too. So he's gonna go and save Luigi now. And there we are, off into the distance. Pretty nice saving Luigi there from Galaxtic. And he's gonna get into the final split, which is around 8 minutes long, with a 2:42:15 split. Yes, I was right. So, yeah, he definitely has a good chance of PB there. Maybe sub 250 is a bit far, but a 250 flat, at 250 is definitely a possibility. At 251, it's 250 base. So now Galaxtic's Combat Observatory powering up for FTL travel. And yeah, it's 250 pace right now. I vote to make Creepygar's official Speed Gaming. Lol.
Go, Luigi!
Go, Luigi! And Luigi is indeed going up now into the castle. Love the Anchor put the time there. Sorry to everybody right now, I'm in a bit of a problem with the... Fortunately. I'm back, everybody. Sorry for the technical there. Might have had a bit of a problem with internet connection or not. Of course, I'm not. If there's been a streaming issue, something going on here, so should be fine with audio there. At least I know that it wasn't just me freezing there. Ooh, risking it a bit there, but the risk paying off. He gets there. Can he get on the platform enough? Oof. Maybe you want to stay there now. Don't risk it. Might lose a lot if you risk it now. Galaxtic taking it safe. Doing a little slower strat, but... Oof! Oh no! That's gonna hurt massively, unfortunately. It was a pretty huge hit to his PB hopes, but he might still get it. Let's see. He was ahead by a massive amount after all. Fortunately, it's gonna be a bit of a sour note to end up this run, fortunately. Yeah, it's going through back again for the gauntlet here. Oof. Oof. I think it might be a little bit of nerves. Of course, PB pace right now. Well, that's unorthodox but effective, apparently. Is he completely bamboozled? He completely bamboozled everybody, probably himself too. Still worked, so hey, whatever works. I guess they're avoiding the bullet bills, taking evasive action there. Someone pays for a 252, I reckon. Did we make it an official challenge? The race have a shot every time. Well, Galaxtic now going for the stairs pretty soon. Get second long jump in that buffer. Oh well. Doing TJ strats on the stairs, a little bit more safe, but of course a bit slower than the long jump strats. This is Breach praying there that you can save that, save her, but of course we did that pretty fast, so I'm sure we can finish the job there. Oof, that phase, just not in the Bowser, that can happen. Bowser rolls pretty fast after, so might happen that you lose a little bit of bearing and... Ooh, nice flame dodge here. As this planet, ooh, that might be a little... Actually no, it's actually fine from Galaxtic here. Off then to the final phase we go, entering a 250 flat. I can agree with the chat. 69 star bits. Somebody should have put that in the tournament rules, that you can get DQ'd if you don't 69 star bits. Doing damage canceling there. Worked perfectly fine here for Galaxtic. Oof, Bowser manipulation went wrong, but he still manages to hit there. Galaxtic proceeding through to the good, like a good runner, proceeding to respect the meta in the community. That's a very important strat. You gain 1 second if you do that. Of course, that's the thing. It cancels the fireballs here. Fireball canceling gone wrong, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, still on the second ground pound. He manages to get the glass. Looking for Bowser right now. And we're looking at a high 251 there. Pretty nice there. High 251. Finish off this race from Galactic and the PB to boot. So I don't know if that's an issue on my side. Frozen, but I'll try to refresh here. I can only hear the audio there, but Galaxtic finished now by the looks of that. 251.49. Pretty good time here. So pretty nice wrap up from Galaxtic there, getting the P. Great job to him. Let's see if we're gonna add him in the live channel here. As the credits roll there for Galaxtic. So the race has been wrapped up. Must be said the Galaxtic. So myself doing that, having that time. Somebody already updated the bracket while the passed. Splicing it to 33. Omega lol. Yeah, feel free to do so, Galaxtic. So welcome there, Galaxtic. Pretty fine job on the PB. Even though we've seen that final can be pretty painful sometimes. So what are you feeling about that?
Oh, well, I'm feeling slightly salty about the ending, but that was a pretty nice PB, I guess. It was a good improvement. And my internet is dying again. My internet is super unstable right now, and I don't.
Well, it lasted long enough. It lasted long enough for the job, I guess. So yeah. So actually, I wanted to ask you: was your goal to? Because we all know Archer was a formidable opponent there. There was a very slight chance for you to beat it, if not zero, basically. So. Unfortunately, the way seeding works and stuff, so I don't know. I think that I just guessed that your goal was to PB race or just sub 250.
My goal was to PB. It was to PB. I wasn't expecting a sub 250.
Well, that could have happened. That could have happened. There, it was pretty close at the very end.
When I saw what pace I was on, I was like, maybe if I play really well, I can get sub 250, but. No, but Bowser 3 wasn't really nice. That could have been a 250. But yeah, I'm satisfied with that time for now. Like, I obviously have some room for improvements, but yeah.
Well, then you can take Aleus lessons. Jokes aside, yeah, I think you can be satisfied with that time. And it was definitely an improvement over your previous race time as well, which was technically your PB again.
Yeah.
Right. the man can just stop PBing in races. So can we expect a sub 250 from the next one then?
But yeah, maybe next race will get sub 250. We'll see.
And next race is gonna be between the winner of Bando versus True Gamer. True Gamer being a little bit of a wild card in the tournament. With all the fuss going around, the fact that he supposedly got a 238, but in the race he got a 303 because apparently got IRL by 15 minutes. I have no... Since the race wasn't restreamed, there's just nothing going on. So I have no idea on his skill level because I haven't seen him playing, basically. And Bando, who got a 244-1 in the previous race. So do you think you can eventually try to make an upset happen there?
Oh, I have no idea where I am on the bracket.
And you're gonna be facing the winner of Bando versus...
Oh, what time does Bando have?
Bando got a 244-1 in the race.
Okay, well, then I would think my chances are kind of slim, but I guess we'll see.
Well, I think you have a chance, technically, because...
Yeah, I have a chance, just not... The odds aren't in my favor.
Yeah.
I would say.
But I would say that if you practice a bit, you put in the work, you can definitely do that. Pull an opposite there.
Well, I pretty much only practiced, like this week I only practiced today before this race. Otherwise it didn't, like...
Well, it didn't look like that, I mean... Well then, you gotta keep the colors of Super... We have to put in the work, I guess.
I had quite some time. I had quite some time to play before the race today.
Well then, we'll see what the bracket will just throw with us, I guess. Run in tournament. And tomorrow we're gonna have our round races. Actually, I mentioned that it's gonna be Danny GG versus Meowmix fan. Danny is gonna show us what he's got because the 227s from Sludgy and Hardcore were pretty insane. So we'll see if Danny wants to throw a curveball in and set a 227 as well, just to put in his chance for the tournament and show us what he's got, or if he's gonna maybe just try to fly out lower under the radar. I wouldn't be surprised. He's a pretty intelligent dude, so I don't know. He might throw us some surprises there. And the other match is going to be Gar versus Frosty, and we're gonna see some fireworks there. Gar, another runner, got a pretty decent time indeed. So we'll see what he can make happen. And Frosty is a complete question mark right now. He might be completely rusty there. He might be practicing in secret and just throw us a good time off in the match. So zero idea whatsoever right now. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, there's a lot of races in store right now, and that's going to be very interesting.
Do you think I'll have to upload my local recording for this, or is it fine that it has some picnics and such?
It's pretty fine, I reckon.
Okay. For some reason, my internet likes to cut out when I'm playing Galaxy. Like, it always does this.
Galaxy is so OP that your internet... It's a...
Yeah, it like never cuts out when I'm playing other games, but when I'm playing Galaxy, it always cuts out. Like, it cut out during my 120, it cut out now. It just always when I'm playing Galaxy.
Don't worry about that. I mean, the best thing you can do during not worry.
Yeah, I do record. Yeah.
So I guess it's about time to wrap it up.
Yeah. And
8:30 a.m. EDT, and the second at 2 or 3 p.m. I don't remember well, but there's a schedule on speedgaming.com or .org. I think that's .org. So yeah, there's going to be a couple of races planned, and that's going to be wrapped up on round 2. You're going to be seeing interesting matches in round 3 and also in the losers bracket. we're gonna have a lot of stuff going on. So, well, I'm your host Aleus. Hope you enjoyed the race and hope you enjoyed the time we've spent. Goodbye.